in front of us. Can I get approval of last meeting's minutes, please? All in favor? Aye. Who are we missing? Seems like we're missing somebody. Let me check. Hamer, Keith, Swirsky, Sims, Hope. Everyone's here. All right, we have one new piece in front of us, authorizing the mayor to apply for, and if awarded, accept a Violence Against Women Act grant administered by the Office of Criminal Justice Services, authorizing the Director of Law to enter into agreement with Oriana House, Inc., to implement the grant by continuing to fund 2 investigators for the Domestic Violence Unit and declare an emergency. And we have our own City Prosecutor, Gert Whelms, with us today.
Good afternoon. This is a reoccurring grant. We've received this grant probably for about the last 25 years. It was originally for about $200,000, and every year it seems to go down. Pretty consistently, though, it's been a $60,000 grant. Last year we got $59,988,000 from the state, and that does require a 25% match from the city. So our portion would be $15,000. I would ask you to go ahead and authorize this. The grant funding actually starts tomorrow, is the solicitation. It goes through the end of this month, so we will definitely be applying by the end of the month for this renewal. We use the money in part to pay the salaries for Marcus Miller and Sharon Price. Marcus used to be in the chief's office. I think probably if you saw Marcus, you'd really recognize him. Both Marcus and Sharon are retired APD detectives, probably about 50 years of experience between the two of them, and they do everything start to finish on our cases. The initial contact with the domestic violence victims, as well as every victim that our office actually comes in contact with. We originally had 3 investigators, we're down to these 2, so we do use this funding to partially pay their salaries. They work 6 days a week for us. Akron Muni is every day but Sunday, so Marcus and Sharon work every single one of those days, and like I said, we use the money to pay part of their salaries for this very valuable service. Everything from serving subpoenas on witnesses to picking up witnesses, bringing them to court, retrieving body-worn camera video, anything along those lines that would come our way and would actually help us prosecute these cases successfully.
All right, thank you. That was a lot. Any questions, committee members? Mrs. Sims?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I didn't quite remember why we contracted with Oriana House.
This happened 20 years ago, basically when we diced out the direct indictment contract as well. All of those services were retired Akron Police Department employees, so we could keep that relationship but not necessarily have to pay benefits. We look at them as private contractors, and that was the outside agency who picked up that contract.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any other questions, comments? All right, with that, obviously your pleasure is suspension of the rules, correct?
I have time. I guarantee I'm not going to get this submitted by tomorrow, so I got some time before this one actually goes through. I'd say it's by the end of the month, so if you just put it on consent, we'd be good.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? All right, with that, we'll put that on consent agenda, and we're adjourned. Thanks.